African wild dogs begin the hunt with relentless bursts of speed. They spread their formation, divide directions, and force the prey to lose rhythm. When danger moves closer, the entire pack instantly shifts into defense. That discipline is what turns them into master hunters of the grasslands. So what happens when the entire pack locks onto a single target? The African wild dog, or Lycaon pictus, is one of the most skilled pack hunters of the grasslands. Although weighing only around 80 pounds, these animals possess remarkable endurance and the ability to maintain long-distance pursuit. Their patterned coats help each individual blend into dry grass and shifting sunlight. When the hunt begins, the entire pack moves with the coordination of a single body. Their strength does not come from size, but from pack discipline. Across Africa, wild dogs maintain a diverse hunting pattern, targeting many medium to large antelope species such as impala, bushbuck, and waterbuck. In many regions, impala often stand out as a key prey species because they are numerous, move in large herds, and frequently appear across open grasslands. But they are not easy targets. With agile legs that can leap nearly 30 feet, impala turn every chase into a true test of speed and strategy. When the leading wild dog gives the signal, the pack formation quickly spreads wide. One group circles ahead to cut off the impala herd's escape route, while the others keep pace from behind, applying pressure to the individual separated from the formation. Under that steady endurance, the target is gradually pushed toward rough ground near the wetlands, where speed is no longer an absolute advantage. This strategy can also place bushbuck at risk when they leave the cover along riverbanks. These alert antelope can slip quickly through dense brush, but once they are boxed in between several angles of approach, their survival space narrows very quickly. At times, instinct drives the prey toward the river in search of one final chance. But at the water's edge, even determined resistance only wins back a small opening. The balance shifts when another predator waits silently beneath the surface. Even so, it is the ability to wear down a running rhythm through constant pressure that builds the wild dog's reputation. In a harsh, natural world, coordination can sometimes be stronger than any solitary muscle. In Africa, rivers do not simply bring water to the grasslands. They also create harsh boundaries of survival. Beneath the murky surface, the Nile crocodile can grow beyond 12 feet in length, with a bite force of nearly 3,700 pounds per square inch, and the patience to remain almost completely motionless. For wild dogs, danger often appears after a long pursuit. When prey rushes toward shallow water in search of escape, the pack must slow down, spread out, and quickly read every movement along the river's surface. They are intelligent enough to understand that only a few extra steps could erase every advantage they hold on land. At times, mistakes emerge during moments that seem completely ordinary. A weaker wild dog approaches the water's edge after an exhausting chase. The river appears calm. Soft mud conceals every sign beneath the surface. Then suddenly, the water shifts, breaking the silence in an instant. The pack immediately signals danger, creating an opening to help the individual near the shoreline retreat from the threat. Where dry land meets deep water, survival is not defined by reckless advances, but by the ability to recognize limits. Even master hunters like wild dogs can make mistakes, turning from predator into prey within moments. During the Great Migration, thousands of hoofed animals create a living wave across the savanna. Among them, the wildebeest stands out with a weight of around 600 pounds, curved horns, and powerful legs that make many predators hesitate. But across the open grasslands, African wild dogs remain willing to challenge prey several times larger than themselves. Rather than overpowering through size, the wild dog pack relies on endurance and disciplined formation. Once a target becomes separated from the herd, the pack quickly spreads out, with each individual holding a specific position to turn the open space ahead into an increasingly narrow escape route. This is not simply a race of speed, but a contest of endurance and will. Under the dry heat of the savanna, even a wildebeest gradually loses rhythm after repeated bursts of speed. Meanwhile, wild dogs, with their long legs, deep chests, and exceptional stamina, can maintain speeds close to 30 miles per hour across long distances. With every relentless stride, the prey's advantage in strength slowly begins to fade. With hunting success rates approaching 80% in some encounters, wild dogs have become a symbol of pack strategy. They help maintain the balance of hoofed animal populations across the grasslands. In the harsh, natural world, discipline can sometimes be stronger than solitary power. If wild dogs represent relentless coordination, then lions stand as symbols of power, muscle, and territorial dominance. Both hold high positions in the predator hierarchy, but when they share the same food sources and living space, conflict becomes almost unavoidable. An adult male lion often weighs more than 400 pounds, carrying a heavy mane, massive shoulders, and a presence that changes the rhythm of the grasslands with every step. While patrolling its territory, it may spot a pack of wild dogs resting near low brush. Within seconds, the calm disappears. The pack quickly scatters, especially when younger individuals are not fast enough to keep pace. Under that pressure, wild dogs rarely choose direct confrontation and instead retreat toward safer ground. But if the pack encounters a lone lioness searching for food, the situation can change. The wild dogs rapidly regroup, circle around the opponent, and create pressure through numbers and movement. The standoff may continue for an extended period, forcing the lioness to remain near open ground or close to water, where movement is easier. Even so, wild dogs understand that lions are not rivals easily overcome. After every successful hunt, the pack often eats quickly and leaves early, because the moment a lion appears, the hard-earned reward can disappear within seconds. In nature, discipline helps ensure survival, but awareness is what protects the future. In the wild, the warthog is far from an easy target. An adult can weigh around 200 pounds, with strong legs, quick reflexes, and the ability to change direction suddenly during a chase. Its curved tusks, reaching nearly 10 inches in length, form a formidable defense that can make even predators like leopards keep their distance. For wild dogs, this challenge is not solved through raw strength. They do not rush directly into danger. Instead, the pack spreads out to control the warthog's movement. Some individuals stay behind the target, while others circle to the sides, forcing the warthog to constantly change direction across uneven ground. As the pursuit continues, endurance begins to make the difference. Wild dogs can maintain speeds close to 30 miles per hour, applying constant pressure without engaging head-on. Each time the warthog turns to defend itself, the pack pulls back briefly, then quickly closes formation again when another opening appears. Across the harsh grasslands, victory does not belong only to sharp weapons, but also to the discipline of waiting for the right moment. The leopard is a predator that survives through silence. Across the African grasslands, it does not rely on a pack to endure. Instead, it depends on camouflage, explosive strength, and movements so quiet they are almost impossible to hear. An adult can weigh around 130 pounds, strong enough to carry its meal into a tree and avoid most competitors on the ground. But after a successful hunt, that silence rarely lasts for long. As the scent of food drifts through the wind, a pack of wild dogs quickly becomes interested. Each individual may be less powerful than a leopard in a one-on-one encounter, but together they possess a far more intimidating advantage. Numbers, discipline, and pressure from multiple directions. Rather than risking a direct confrontation, the leopard leaves the ground behind, and climbs nearly 15 feet into the branches to maintain a safer distance. Below, the wild dogs control the situation through collective strength. In nature, retreating at the right moment can sometimes become the quietest form of victory. A single sweep across the sky, and the hunt begins in an instant. The hawk does not display its power. It dominates through speed and cold precision. From above, every circling glide becomes a step that steadily closes the distance to its target. When the moment is right, neither prey nor competing predators can break away. So which hawk ultimately becomes nature's most formidable presence? The ferruginous hawk is one of the largest hawks in North America, carrying the appearance of a small eagle across the open prairie. Weighing nearly 4 pounds, it appears across dry grasslands, deserts, and semi-desert regions of the West. Its strategy is a combination of patience and explosive power. The ferruginous hawk often waits in ambush on rocky outcrops, and sometimes hunts directly from the ground, a rare behavior among hawks. When it spots prey such as a hare or ground squirrel leaving cover, the rhythm rises slightly. Its wings spread wide, its body drops lower, and its flight path follows the terrain to close the distance. The survival journey of the ferruginous hawk is proof of remarkable adaptation to harsh conditions. Across the wind and sun of the prairie, each hunt is not only a way to sustain life, but also a powerful tribute to the dominance of this ground eagle. The Cooper's hawk is an agile predator of open woodlands, parks, and suburban edges. With a wingspan of nearly 35 inches, it is not as massive as the ferruginous hawk, but it is formidable through silence, quick reflexes, and the ability to change direction in tight spaces. Short, rounded wings and a long tail help it weave through branches like a gray arrow. The first encounter often begins around thick brush, where small birds feed in flocks. The Cooper's hawk does not rush blindly into the chaos. It cuts across the formation, disrupts the flock's rhythm, then chooses the exact moment when a slower individual loses direction. In another situation, this predator targets solitary pigeons, an important source of energy for survival. The chase begins with rising tension. The pigeon may think that a distance of a few feet is enough to stay safe, but the Cooper's hawk follows the edge of a wall, uses shadow as cover, and closes the gap within seconds. In the Cooper's hawk's diet, small and medium-sized birds remain the main source of energy, estimated at nearly 70%. Rodents play only a supporting role, often under 20%, but they help it adapt better to open woodlands and suburban areas. The goshawk, or northern forest hawk, is a quiet hunter of North America's woodlands. With a wingspan of nearly 4 feet, short yet broad wings, and a long, agile tail, it carries a biological design perfectly suited for rapid strikes within dense forests. The strength of the goshawk does not lie in open sky displays, but in its ability to close in silently. When it detects a squirrel moving along a tree trunk, it threads through narrow gaps between branches, changing direction repeatedly and shortening the distance within seconds. During pursuit, it can reach speeds of around 40 miles per hour, turning the forest into a maze where escape becomes increasingly difficult. Against agile prey such as hares, the goshawk relies on surprise. It may remain motionless beneath the canopy, observing with sharp vision, then descend the moment the target enters a favorable opening. Strong legs and firm talons allow it to hold prey nearly equal to its own body weight. Its diet is highly varied, ranging from squirrels and hares to the young of other bird species. When larger birds leave their nests to forage, it quietly moves in, taking advantage of brief moments of inattention deep within the forest. Without any need for display, the goshawk depends on speed, precision, and a gripping force estimated at around 400 pounds per square inch to secure smaller targets quickly. Each hunt not only provides valuable energy, but also reveals how a predator adapts to its environment. In the world of birds of prey, the goshawk stands as a symbol of persistence, precision, and formidable presence deep within the forest. The zone-tailed hawk does not impress through size, but through camouflage strategy in the hot, dry sky. Across the canyons, slopes, and shrublands of southwestern North America, it appears like a dark shadow drifting slowly on rising warm air. Its low flight, slightly raised wings, and gentle side-to-side rocking make it easy to mistake for a turkey vulture, a species that prey often does not see as a direct threat. That very confusion creates the advantage. On the ground, lizards and small birds may lower their guard when a vulture-like shape passes overhead. But behind that slow appearance is a hunter reading every small movement of the terrain. When the moment comes, it does not change rhythm too early. The bird glides off to one side, drops lower with the landscape, then suddenly turns into a short, powerful dive. In that instant, camouflage becomes an advantage. Across the desert sky, the zone-tailed hawk is a master of deceptive movement and precise timing. Across harsh semi-desert regions from the southwestern United States to South America, an unusual exception exists in the world of birds of prey. The Harris's hawk is a bird that does not accept solitude. With a wingspan of about 4 feet and an average weight of only around 2 pounds, it does not rely on individual strength to dominate, but on a more refined weapon: teamwork. Its strategy is a symphony of coordination. When a 5-pound hare is detected hiding in cover, the Harris's hawk group begins to take position. One bird pressures the hare out of the brush. Above, others wait on the top of a 20-foot cactus, then take turns descending to disrupt the prey's rhythm. This is a relay-style pursuit strategy, turning a race of speed into a test of endurance, where the prey struggles to keep its advantage. The Harris's hawk mainly feeds on hares, ground squirrels, rodents, and reptiles. A dangerous encounter may unfold around a cactus thicket, where a rattlesnake slips through the rocks. Instead of rushing downward, it keeps its distance, watches every movement, and waits for a safe angle of approach. When the moment comes, the Harris's hawk turns the sheltering terrain itself into a hunting advantage. After the hunt, the group may take turns feeding and storing food in trees. Across the drylands, the Harris's hawk shows that survival requires not only strength, but also unity and coordination. If the eagle is the king of the wide-open sky, then the red-tailed hawk is the tireless patrol of North America's open lands. It appears across deserts, grasslands, roadsides, farmlands, and open woodlands, where high perches become natural watchtowers. With a body weighing nearly 3 pounds, a brick-red tail, and a strong, raspy call, this bird is familiar but never easy to underestimate. From above, its sharp eyes scan low grass, brush, and narrow trails. When a squirrel busy searching for food steps into an open space, the rhythm of the hunt begins to rise. The red-tailed hawk drops from its perch, folds its wings, and dives along a controlled flight path. During the dive, it can reach around 120 miles per hour, causing the prey to lose its advantage within only a few wing beats. In the hunt, the advantage does not come from rushing, but from choosing the right moment. Many red-tailed hawk hunts begin from a high perch, where it watches the ground before taking action. A study in Arkansas recorded a hunting success rate of about 19% from perches, much higher than when hunting by soaring. But the red-tailed hawk is not only a hunter of open country. During the breeding season, it becomes a determined protector around the nest. When a great horned owl or larger birds enter the airspace near the nest, the red-tailed hawk may immediately give chase, apply pressure, and force the rival to keep its distance. The Cooper's hawk is an agile predator of open woodlands, parks, and suburban edges. With a wingspan of nearly 35 inches, it is not as massive as the ferruginous hawk, but it is formidable through silence. Hawks are not just one species, but a refined group of birds of prey that rule the sky. They stand out with sharp vision, quick reflexes, and the ability to read movement on the ground. From North American grasslands to open woodlands, each species carries its own strategy. Some soar high to observe. Others rely on speed and precise diving angles, yet all help maintain the balance of nature. After the encounter, the grasslands return to silence, though never truly at peace. Every member of the wild dog pack plays a role in maintaining the rhythm of the hunt and the balance of survival. Nature reminds all creatures that discipline can sometimes be stronger than solitary power. Like and subscribe to continue exploring more moments from the wild. Beyond the horizon, shifting silhouettes continue to move across the plains.